Hi guys, Andrew Davidson here, and welcome back to another As Per My Ability video. If you like what we do here at As Per My Ability, if you like our videos, if you like our content, if you like board games in general, please do all the fun YouTube stuff, comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, the little bell, so you can get notifications when we post new videos. I heard if you hit the notification button you get 7 years good luck, but that's just what I've heard. I did not create YouTube. Before we get started today, this video and game that I'm going to be talking about is sponsored by Card Games and More. Card Games and More is a board game store located in Bismarck, North Dakota. They are sponsoring this video, and they have also sponsored the game that I'm going to talk about. They gave me a copy of the game. They also have Comic Realms, which is like a sister company that does a whole bunch of really cool comics. I am not a comic book person. However, I have been talking with one of the employees at Comic Realms, and I kind of paid him off and said, hey, I've been reading the Dune comic series, and so I've been saying, hey, here's some money. When Dune comes in, hook me up. But having said that, I'm not a comic book aficionado. So there's Comic Realms for all the comic books. Then there's Card Games and More. It sells board games, a whole bunch of board games. And here's what I like about Card Games and More. They actually play their games. They actually know their games. They have live streams that I may or may not have jumped on and watched and participated, and they show off games that they have in their store, like new games that come in. I know when Marvel Champions came out, they were playing that for a bit on a live stream so that people can, should they choose to kind of log in and watch the live stream. They play their games. They know what kind of games they are. They know where they fit. They are knowledgeable about games. Now, what I've experienced, especially in this kind of tri-state area or locally at your FLGS, is that it's usually just kind of a Magic the Gathering. At Card Games and More, it's not just Magic. It's like you can talk about board games with them, which is what I really like. I like to go down there sometimes and talk board games because they can actually talk board games with me. The customer service is really great, and so they're sponsoring this video. So everyone should go check out, search up. There is a link here. I'll put more in the description. They are sponsoring this video, and they're sponsoring the game that we're talking about today. So Card Games and More in Bismarck, North Dakota. Do what the kids say and search them up, and go check them out if you're looking to buy some comic books or board games. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the reskinning of an old kind of classic, I guess you could say, of Betrayal at House on Haunted Hill. Now, Betrayal, I'm just going to call it Betrayal from now on, not to be confused with Betrayal Legacy, which is a legacy game that's different. But Betrayal is basically a semi-cooperative game. You kind of come into a mansion, you're exploring a mansion together, cooperatively, laying out tiles, and then at some point the clock strikes midnight and somebody turns into a traitor. They turn into a monster, or they turn into an evil madman or something. And there are a bunch of different scenarios based on how the haunt, is what it's called, gets triggered. There's a bunch of different scenarios in it. And so it had some replayability. It was really great. I'm not knocking the game at all. I personally don't really play it hardly ever because, like I said, it's an older classic game that has, I don't know, I think 50 scenarios or something. There's one expansion for it and all of that. Anyways, I don't want to talk about Betrayal, but I had to at least set that as kind of the foundation, the framework for the game that's been sponsored by Card Games and More. This game has been given to me. It is basically Scooby-Doo Betrayal at House on Haunted Hill. So in Scooby-Doo Betrayal, it's pretty much the same game, just Scooby-Doo themed. And so for me, that's great because of my particular demographic and age. Scooby-Doo, it was a thing when I was a child. I did watch Scooby-Doo as a kid. And so there's nostalgia factor through the roof in this game. The framework of the game is essentially the same. You're taking on roles of people in Scooby-Doo, characters in Scooby-Doo, exploring a mystery mansion, I guess. And then at some point, somebody's going to become the betrayer or traitor or something, and there'll be a certain scenario in which everyone will not act out, but play out within the game, just like in the original. I always try to kind of wrap up my videos with, who is this game for? This game is for families, essentially. It's 8+, so the imagery is not as dark, it's not as macabre. The mechanics are more streamlined, it's easier to play. It's for 8-year-olds, to quote from The Big Lebowski, 8-year-olds, dude, 8-year-olds. And so the imagery, the mechanics, the way the game plays, the way the game feels, the length of the game even feels shorter. I don't know if that's true or not. It just feels like it's a shorter game. And so who is this game for? This game is for families with kids, the 8 years or older, that are excited or would be excited about kind of a tile placement exploration haunted house, or I guess they call it a mystery mansion type of a game. It's easy to learn, it's easy to play. The runtime on it can be pretty short. It can go a little long depending on what scenario you get. All of the scenarios are brand new. None of them are from the original game. They've just all been reskinned. And so this is a really great game. I'm going to show it off again. Scooby-Doo, Betrayal at, I guess they call it Mystery Mansion, but it's basically Betrayal at House on Haunted Hill. And so if you're looking for this game, if you're looking for Scooby-Doo, then Card Games and More, they've basically donated this game. They've sponsored this video. They have this. If you're in Bismarck, North Dakota area, go down, pick yourself up a copy. They have this as a copy in their store. They've played it. They've given me a copy to play. They've sponsored this video. So if this sounds like something for your family, if you like Scooby-Doo or if you think your kids will like Scooby-Doo, then this game is for you. Again, this video is sponsored by Card Games and More. They sponsored the video and the game for me to check out and review. So thank you to them. Everyone go down and make sure you check them out and say that Andrew Davidson from As Per My Ability says hi. So with that said, I am Andrew Davidson from As Per My Ability, and I will see you at the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.